Welcome to DasGeek. This is Sundered. Sundered is described as a horrifying fight for survival and sanity, hand-drawn epic from the creators of Jotun. Resist or embrace. The reviews so far are mostly positive. The game came out today for Windows, Mac, and of course Linux, so they support the tucks and they get the bucks. A lot of people really liking the rogue-like death equal to progression system where you're going through these areas. You can dodge enemies, but they're throwing them at you constantly. Even on normal mode, you're going to find yourself quite overwhelmed. You're going to die, but when you die, you have the chance to use the shards of the enemies that you have destroyed to upgrade your character, go back into the level, and then try to defeat that boss again or those enemies again. So it kind of has this Dark Souls difficulty feel. If you took Dark Souls and you slammed it together with Metroid, you would kind of have this game here. It is not for those who do not like to die or get irritated very easily. If you're a controller slammer, keyboard puncher, monitor smasher, this game will definitely cost you some money because it's going to bring out some of that frustration in you. But as you can see, the game is absolutely gorgeous. The art style is like this watercolor, like Samurai Jack art style with the drawings, and it's 2D, but it has almost this three-dimensional element to the artwork. It's absolutely gorgeous. The one thing I'll say is the enemies aren't so unique. They have great moves, and they're difficult to always defeat them, but they're not the most intricate looking enemies when you compare it to, say, the character or the environment and things like that. And maybe as the game progresses, you get to see more of that. So you've got an extensive skill tree here. You can upgrade your character with all kinds of different options, which you'll see in the several times that I die here. And the soundtrack is gorgeous, the artwork is gorgeous, the gameplay is fun, but again, you're going to find that your wrists and your thumbs are wore out in an hour or two of playing this game because of the fact that there's so many enemies coming at you and you're constantly having to jam on those buttons. Now, the controls are very simple, so if you're somebody who doesn't like very difficult controls and things, this is a great game for that. So the people who don't like it really don't like it because of the fact that the enemies placed around the level and these obstacles randomly swarm you, and it's very difficult to get away. Then you've got lasers and things shooting at you in different parts, and then you've got just impossible odds thrown at you, and it just makes some people pretty angry reading the comments and things, or you know, they may feel that it's not the type of fun game environment that they were looking for while they were gaming. So that's some of the critiques that I was reading here for those that don't recommend it. But everybody seems to love the art style of the game, but they may not like the repetition or the difficulty of the enemies because, like I said, I chose normal mode, and you can see how difficult it is here. So you get about 15 hours of gameplay, but multiple endings. I can definitely see there's a ton of replayability factor in this game, and I'm looking forward to some DLC. I hope that they release for it as well, because I think that there's just a ton of room for them to add to games like this. So my take, I think Metacritic gave this game a 78 so far, which is a pretty high score for Metacritic, and I would say I'm probably more like an 85. Ultimately, the bosses do get more beautiful as I've seen screenshots of them as the game progresses, and that's where this game is really going to shine. So right now I'm going to shut up, let you watch the rest of the video and the video game, enjoy the soundtrack, and make your own mind up.